Hey everybody, I'm Triassic Force 151, and today we're going to be talking about prototype Pokemon and beta designs. Alright, let's jump right into it. This Pokemon is only known as Dragon 4, but it shows a lot of similarities to Charizard. It actually knows a move called Fire Breath that could be a precursor to Flamethrower or even Fire Blast. It has the same horns, wings, tail, legs, feet, face, and neck. The only thing that's different is it doesn't have fire on its tail. This Pokemon is Kokana, an early version of Weedle. This was first shown on Game Freak's website in 1997. The similarities between Kokana and the later version it would become Weedle is its nose, small round black eyes, feet, and a appendage on its head. The sphere on Kokana's head would be replaced with a horn, and they would add an extra one on its tail. This Pokemon is Kusanagi, the evolution of Kokana. You can see a faint resemblance of maybe a Cocoon Pokemon of some sort, but this Pokemon was later replaced with Kakuna. The only similarities they have are really the lack of legs and 2 arms in the early versions. This is Kusanagi's evolution. Not much is known about it, but it was later replaced with Beedrill, and it resembles a Ladybah on PCP. Here we have an early version of what later would be the fight between Gengar and Nidorino, but lacking the features that definitively make them those Pokemon. Nidorino's precursor in this picture looks like the substitute used in the substitute attack. This is an early draft of Poliwrath. The interesting thing about this is that he's wearing a crown. Later in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, a King's Rock would be needed to evolve Poliwhirl into a Politoed. Also in this picture, it looks like he's drinking a martini. This is an early concept of Dragonair. What I think is interesting about this is its eye, mouth, and antenna most specifically. The antenna and the rest of the head respectively are carried over to Dragonite, while the horns on the side of its head later become feathers. While Dragonair retained its serpentine form, it also changed dramatically in terms of aesthetics. Here's a battle between a Staryu and a Blastoise. The most notable difference is that Blastoise didn't have his cannons. Imagine that, a Blastoise, well, the one thing that makes it a Blastoise, its cannons. Here we have an early sketch of a familiar scene. Red riding on a Lapras. Lapras doesn't look too different except for the coils on its head, and the shell is a bit larger. While the bottom part of this Pokemon is unknown, it probably looks very similar to the bottom of Lapras. And here we are back to Kakuna. Like I mentioned earlier, Kakuna in its early stages had arms. You see that yellow tie on Kakuna? He's not actually going to a wedding, those are actually his arms, seen on this trading card in the very early Pokemon days. And also in its red and blue sprite. That's it for the prototype Pokemon of red and green. Stay tuned later as I go into the second generation. But hey guys, I'm Triassic Force 151, thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and better yet, if you liked it a lot, become a subscriber. You stay classy, Kano.